What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon and I am still waiting for my Satyr, and today we are talking about the third book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, Escaping from Houdini by Kerri Maniscalco. So I was very excited about this book after hunting Prince Dracula because it was teased pretty heavily that we were going to go to America, and I was really excited to get there and all of that stuff. Well, we do have a little bit of a stop before we get to America, and that is this book, and we are on a steamship. There's this crazy carnival, we've got Houdini, we've got fire breathers and all of this kind of stuff. The atmosphere is really cool. I really think that this author nails the aesthetic, and she really nails kind of the Penny Dreadful vibe, but it's not nearly as scary and it's not nearly as horrifying, which I really, really like. In this book, we see Audrey Rose and Thomas on their way to America, and every night on this ship, they're supposed to be treated to this midnight carnival, this moonlight carnival as it's called, and the ringmaster's name is Mephistopheles, and everything is based off of tarot cards. It's all very whimsical and magical and cool until people start dying literally every single night, and it looks like the carnival could be to blame. So naturally, Audrey Rose and Thomas get right on that. What I don't like about this book, so I'm gonna be honest with you, I really struggled with this book. I love this series to pieces. I love Audrey Rose and I love Thomas, and I struggled with this book hardcore because in this book, Audrey Rose decides to be a little bit more independent and do things a little bit more in a different way. And that's fine, except her and Thomas are the perfect team. They're the perfect pair. They play off of each other so well. And Thomas is a really fun character, so I like that he's around. And in this book, he's not really, because Audrey Rose is kind of doing things herself, and that gets a little bit annoying. She's trying to weasel her way into the carnival to get to know them better, to learn things. She's kind of trying to do a sleight of hand, sleight of word thing on her own, and unfortunately she starts to believe her own ruse, and we kind of start to get a little bit of a love triangle between her, Mephistopheles, and Thomas, which I think is a terrible idea for the stories. There is no reason to introduce a love triangle. There's no reason to give Audrey Rose another love interest. I mean, you can, and that's fine, but it's not executed very well, and if anything, it just set my teeth on edge because it was so annoying. In 1 second, Audrey Rose would be like, oh, this is all a ruse, and oh, I'm still madly in love with Thomas, and nothing will ever take me away from him. And then out of nowhere, she's just doubting herself and she's doubting her opinions, and the next page, she's back to loving Thomas. So it got really annoying, and it was just all this back and forth. I'm why are we doing this? And even towards the end of the book, it feels so wishy-washy. It felt like the author couldn't commit to the ending, and it just felt really strange. So I don't really know why we did that, and it actually makes me hesitant to continue with this series because Thomas is my favorite character, and him not being in it or him being in it to a different degree doesn't make a lot of sense for me, and I'm just worried about where we're going to be going. Now, granted, when we get the synopsis and everything for the next book, my opinions might change. As I sit with this book, that might change as well. But as of right now, I'm very disappointed in the direction of this series. However, I will say that a common problem I've been having with this series is the reveal of the murderer. I've felt like it was too obvious, or she just pulled it out of nowhere. She intentionally misled us, all of this kind of stuff. It just hasn't felt tangible. It hasn't felt like you could have figured it out, or that kind of stuff. In this book, I feel like the reveal of the murderer, who it turns out to be, is perfect. I feel like it works really well. The whole plot behind what they were doing and why they were doing it, why they staged the murderers the way that they did, I think was awesome, and it worked super well. So I feel like in terms of that, in terms of the mystery and the murderers, this is the strongest contender of that, in my opinion. It's just that when it came to her characters, when it came to Audrey Rose and Thomas, that's where this book suffered, and that's unfortunate because to me, that's where this series has really shined. They're a team, they're partners, they work so well together. So it's really confusing for me. I don't really know why that happened, and honestly, I don't know where we're going in the next book. We're still continuing on to America, but we're left in kind of a weird spot with our characters. So overall, I'm actually giving this book a B-, and that knocks the grade down quite a little bit from what I normally give this series. So I don't know. I am interested in where we could be going. But like I said, I'm hesitant because I don't really know what this author is doing anymore, but I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see. But that does do it for the video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can talk books with me every week. That is everything I got for you today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, so I know I said that was everything I had for you, but I did find out that there is only one more book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, so I will be finishing the series out. I am going to go ahead and read it, even though I'm a little iffy on the direction that we could be going in. But if there's only one more book, I definitely want to read it because I really want to know how Thomas's story ends. He is the apple of my eye. I love him so much. So keep those fingers off the comments. I know that's what you were all going down there to tell me. So yes, I will be finishing out the series. Okay, bye for real.